Hey, I'm Elektron, and today I'm going to talk to you about two amazing free plugins. And I'm going to show you how to use them, and I'm going to show you how to get them. Alright, so let's skip right to the chase. The two plugins are OTT and Camel Crusher. So let's open them up real quick. Let's open up OTT here, and then let's open up Camel Crusher. And we'll go through them really quick. I won't hold you up too much by talking about them. Camel Crusher, if you've ever heard of Sausage Fattener by Dada Life, Camel Crusher is like the free version, just as good, and you get all your presets of what it does, and I'll show you what it does in a second. And OTT is a compressor, upwards and downwards, which means it expands the signal and it crushes the signal to make the signal as flat as possible. So you stick this on a lead, it's going to make a lead really loud, and then you use Camel Crusher to stick on a lead. It's a distortion and compressor, which means, again, it works with making your sound dynamic. It takes your sound from dynamic to like flat, to a flat signal, like a sausage it looks like. And yeah, makes your sounds really loud. Okay, so I got two sounds here that I want to apply these plugins to, and then of course I'll show you how to get them, because a lot of people have trouble getting them for free because they go on the wrong websites to grab them. Okay, so the first sound I have here is a vocal chop. Alright, cool, it's a little vocal chop, but it's really weak as hell. So let's throw some OTT on there and see what happens straight away. So that's with OTT, and this is without. And then this is with. This is without. And this is with. So it kind of brings everything behind it out, and it brightens the highs of the sound up a little bit. So if you couple OTT with a couple compressors, now the change is like a lot more dramatic. Let me turn the sidechain off. So this is with OTT, and now it's without, and the compressor. And then with the compressor, and then with OTT. Pretty dope. It makes it does exactly what I just explained. It makes the sound flatter. So in between each note, we need to bring all that volume out. So all that reverb that's in between each of these notes, we need to make it louder. And it's you might say, like, why can't you just turn the reverb up to get the same effect? Well, it doesn't give you the same effect because OTT would push those valuable frequencies, whereas Space Designer doesn't push frequencies. It just it's going to make the frequencies louder, and then you'll still have quiet areas of those important frequencies. So right there, if you get OTT and a compressor on every one of your bigger sounds in a track, say you got like 20 dominant sounds in a track, you're gonna have a big track compared to all 20 tracks that don't have OTT and a compressor. You're gonna have a tiny sounding track. So now I got a different style lead here. Whoops, let's turn that off, and we're gonna try out Camel Crusher on this one too. So this is what this lead sounds like. It's pretty tiny. So the first thing I like to do with my leads is either compress them or OTT them, but either way I'm going to have a compressor and an OTT on there. So I'll throw the compressor on there, and we'll just take a look at the compressor's little, what do you call it, how I have it set up. So this is with the compressor, this is without. So as you can see, it creates a little bit more movement in the background, and I'm only gain reducing about 4 decibels. 3 to 4 decibels, I would say. But if we couple it with OTT, and again, these are my settings on OTT, I like to cut the lows on OTT and put the depth up around 30 to 40%. Now if we turn off OTT in the compressor, That's motherfucking tiny. Come on now. That is so tiny. And if we turn it back on, that's huge. Now you're cooking. Now you're cooking. But now if we turn on Camera Crusher, the big dog, you're gonna have like an incredibly thick sound because it'll add like distortion in those empty spaces. You see that? You see that shit? Like now it's too loud. Now some might argue and say the sound is too big, but there's no limits to how hard you can push these. Yeah, you can overdo Camera Crusher, and you could way overdo OTT by pushing the depth all the way, or you can overdo this one by doing this. Actually, for fun, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Wow. So clearly, that's like a big sound. That is huge. Wow. That's so much fun. Anyway, let's show you how to get those. OTT and Camera Crusher. Well, here's how you would do it. Let's find OTT first. OTT, XFER. For some reason, a lot of people have trouble with this because it's available on other websites like Splice and like whatever. You know, you want to go get it from the creator's website, XFER Records, and it's straightforward because here it is, the OTT disk image for Mac, and then you have your Windows download link right there, and that's the best way to get OTT. And now Camera Crusher. Camera Crusher is a little more difficult for people to find because when you search Camera Crusher, the first area to get it is Splice, and apparently Splice, people are having trouble getting it from Splice, and that's why I really want to make this. So go down to audio plugins for free when you search Camera Crusher, and you would click on it, and although this looks like an advertisement here, this link, this is actually a download link, and it takes you straight to the Dropbox where you can download Camera Crusher, and that's how you get it. Don't get this from Splice. For some reason, people just have trouble getting it on Splice. But that's how you would get Camera Crusher, and that's how you get OTT, and that's how you would use them to make your sounds huge. Yeah, I'm Alex Rome, and stay tuned for more awesome stuff. Peace.